Hello, my name is Professor Brett Davies. You are building your variation of a family trust on a law firm's website. We specialise in taxation and superannuation. Now, one of the things that your accountant is very worried about is when you vary a trust deed, the accountant wants to make sure that you're not forming or causing a resettlement of your trust. Well, what's that mean? What's a resettlement? Now, what the Australian Taxation Office, their view, not necessarily the law, because the Australian Taxation Office are just public servants, and they must remember that, and a lot of the things they say are untrue. They correct it from time to time. I've gone to the Minister for Appeals Tribunal many times. We win about half and we lose about half. So quite often about half the things the ATO are telling you are not correct. So be very careful when you read something from the Australian Taxation Office because it's often not correct. They're interpreting the legislation just like your own lawyers and accountants and financial planners are doing. But what is a resettlement? Well, if you change the trust in such an incredibly broad way, if you do certain things to the trust, then what you're doing is you're forming a new trust, which means all the assets in the old trust now move to the new trust. Sure, the trust's got the same name, but you've made such a change to the trust, such a fundamental change, that you've actually moved assets from one trust to another. You can't do that. You can't do that for many reasons. One is you are going to trigger capital gains tax. Or you will be a change of assets, and when you have a change of assets, you have an event, a CGT event, and you'll have to pay capital gains tax or be liable for it. There's also transfer duty and stamp duty, which is a state government. So you don't want to trigger a resettlement of your trust, and we ensure that when you vary, this variation you're currently building will not trigger a resettlement. We do not change the beneficiaries. We don't change the class of beneficiaries. We don't change anything that will upset the Australian Taxation Office, whether they're right or whether they're wrong in regards to their or its interpretation of resettlements. We fully comply with their position. So your accountant can be safe with the knowledge that you are dealing directly with a law firm and there'll be no resettlement in regards to this trust. If you need any advice, telephone us. We're a law firm and we can help you address this issue in more detail. In fact, we can even help you answer some of the questions. So enjoy that advantage of dealing directly